All right, folks, welcome back to Cole Harbor Place, we're at St. Mary's University as the Maritime Major Girls Hockey League Showcase nearly coming to a close here. It's the Kraken facing off against the Western Flames here in Halifax. My name is Mason Denike on the call as the Kraken looking for their first win of the tournament, while the Flames are looking to stay hot as they have a record of 2-5 this season. As we'll prepare you for this game in just a moment. Starting goalies will be announced here in a second. The Kraken looks like Austin Yeomans Rylan Arbo who's that? Amara Gillespie will get the start? Yeah, that's the goalie. And then for the Flames, we'll wait and see, as it's the TNT Western Flames getting things going here as they cheer on their goaltender, number 29, Rylan Arbo. Flames out of the bench. As we're nearly underway here in this one, as I await my camera woman back just in time with my water. Thank you. All right. Puck is at center ice, and here we go. Flames versus Kraken here on a Sunday afternoon in Smew. As here's a chance for Dickey. Dickey will fire one towards the goal. Rebound's there, but steered away. As first save of the game there for Arbo. As Kraken are buzzing here early. That's going to be sent the opposite direction, and that will be our first whistle of the game, as icing is the signal. As the game sheet updated itself online. Head coach Andy Bizot lies lonesome on the bench for St. John. As face-off coming up here, there's LeBlanc on the dot. Puck is won back to the point. As Marshall to shot go, it doesn't make its way through. As puck comes free for the Flames, going to clear. On the stick of the captain, that's Rachel Folks. As Folks will poke it ahead. Here comes a penalty here. It's Kraken. Get called for interference. As the Law and Order theme song comes on, don't copyright us, YouTube. As you can see, a zoom-in shot of the penalty box, so into the box for the Kraken as they keep refreshing the page. So puck is dropped, played over across. Up the top is a shot from the point there. That's going to be redirected just wide. Puck in behind the net. With it is number 4, as the game sheet is glitching, so I'm just going to go by the name bars, which are covered by the hair as that shot's blocked. Here's Bootlier looking to clear. Puck comes free for number 4. As pass in front there is shot redirected just wide, as here's Wilcox looking to clear. Puck's going to be kept in by the Flames. As shot on, just goes over the net. That will stay out. As I adjust my lineup here. So shot from the point is tipped just wide. Looking for the rebound is Audrey Daigle. Daigle out of the corner. So that will be sent up top. Here is Gauvin. Gauvin will shoot one on. It's going to be blocked in front. Doesn't make its way through. And rebound cleared aside. Bootlier looking for it. Comes free. Here's Kate Cook. Cook behind the net. Plays it over for Lawrence. Lawrence takes a spill. Right in front of the studio sign. No free ads. As Cook looking for the loose puck. Bootlier giving a dig at it. So is Mahone. Puck comes free for the TNT Flames. Here is number 10. That is Polichis. Puck comes free up top. As they're collected is Smith. That's Clara Smith, number 7. The TNT Western Flames. Smith gets nudged off the puck by Dickey. Puck comes free. Here is Heidi Bex with it now. Bex will play it towards the corner. Bex has the puck behind the net, looking to cycle it. As there to pick off that was Boursier. Kraken at possession now. As here is Dickey over to Richard. Dickey back to Meeks there. That's good to go wide in the net. As pinching in to keep that play alive were the Kraken. Puck up, play to the point there is Duguay. Had that one hop over her stick. Back to retrievers, number 16 in white, Duguay. Duguay goes up the wall, looking to clear. It's going to be kept in by the Flames. Still 1-0 here on High Button Sports. Shot from an awkward angle there. Goes wide of the net. Puck comes free for Richard. Richard off the wall, just going to go all the way down the ice. Loose puck on the stick of the Flames. As here comes Fetmate. Turned aside at the line. Back to retrieve it are the Flames. Pass in the middle for Summers is picked off as Little got a piece of it. As Harrison will chip it off the wall. Flames have it. Up the boards. It's going to be turned over as Harrison gets another piece of it. That's Marshall, rather. As those ponytails get in the way of my eyesight. Puck behind the net. It's going to be turned over. Here comes the captain for the Flames. Can't see her name. It's Pools. As here is Somerville. Somerville has the puck, number 14. Will shoot it towards the goal. It's going to be redirected. As here come the Flames now. Number 17 will dump it in deep. Puck behind the net comes free. This is going to be poked away by the Kraken. Here comes Little. Little of Somerville on her left has the puck. Little will fire one towards the goal, redirected just wide. As Somerville will backhand that one towards the goal. It gets blocked on the way in. Somerville, the puck in the corner. So that puck will come free. Here come the Flames with it now. As with it is Cook. Cook will send it in deep. Back to retrieve it for the Kraken is their defense. Is looking to clear, but it's going to be kept in by the Flames. Puck on the wall. But the lineups are back on my screen. Here's Somerville with it for the Kraken. Up the wall for Boutelier. That's going to go out of her reach. As Garnett looking for the loose puck. Here's Cook with it. Poked off her stick as Johnstone can't hold the line. Chance here for Somerville, but she'll rather go to the bench instead. As here's Kimball. DD pass is unsuccessful. As here come the Flames now. Sent in towards the zone. Is sent in by Johnstone. Puck behind the net now. Johnstone there to pick it up. As her and Cosman will battle for the puck. Here come the Kraken now with possession. It's going to be turned over. Back with the puck is Johnstone. Can't make the play. Picked up by Bex. Bex will spin off a check. Bex will hold on to the puck. Up ahead for Boutelier, who sends it back in deep. Boursier on the forecheck. Boursier, number 2, has the puck on her backhand up the wall. Shot from distance there, just goes wide. Puck in the corner. Summers looks for it. Here is Summers. Addison Summers, rather, will turn it over. Here comes Ella Cosman with it. Cosman up ahead. It's going to be picked off as Annalise Lawrence will send it ahead. Puck comes free for the Kraken. Behind the net is Duguay. Sarah Duguay will go up the wall. It's going to be kept in by the Flames. Just watch out here. Tripping call coming up. And that will be another penalty for the Fundy Kraken. As every time the box score changes, my lineup card changes, so keep an eye on that as the game progresses. Face-off coming up here. Puck is dropped. Kraken looking to clear as they're shorthanded. Puck in behind the net. As the puck's dead in the corner, looking to get it loose. The Flames. Puck up top for the Flames. Pass down low. Looking to set up on the power play here. Here's Dooland. Dooland with some space. Will fire one towards the goal. Stop is there. Rebound's there, and they whack away at it. It's going to be stopped. It's the Kraken netminder, Gillespie, with the save. It's a big save there from the Tendy, in my opinion. As here's Boussier. Puck comes free for LeBlanc. Shorthanded chance here for the Kraken. LeBlanc with Dickey. As that's going to be nudged off of her stick. Here is Dickey to send it in deep. Puck behind the net. Flames have it. As here's Lawrence. Lawrence up through the middle. Watch out here, as that's going to be a pick. As Gilland gets a stick on it. As Mills comes into the fray. It's going to be turned over. Here's Boutlier. Boutlier up ahead. Here's Gilliand. Picked up by Mills. Mills will send it in deep. As Kimball looking for the loose puck. Comes free for the Kraken. Cycle game going here early. And that's going to be turned over. Here come the Flames. Up the wall. Looking for Polchis. Might have been offside in my opinion. Here's Polchis with it. Pass in front there. Shot is on. Stopped by Gillespie. As rebound clear to the corner. Puck loose through the crease there. It's going to be turned over. As Folks will let a shot go right into the glove of Gillespie, who covers up for the whistle. As I take a sip of water, brought to you by my friend. I'll remember her name next time. As in for the draw, it was Johnstone, but it's going to be a false face-off. As LeBlanc in the dot against Johnstone. We'll redo that face-off. As they kick out LeBlanc, in comes Dickey. It's going to be one ahead by the Kraken. Off the shin pad, watch out here. As that was nearly in a break for the other way. Here come the Kraken now. With it is Summers. Summers towards the corner there. It's going to be off a shin pad. That comes free behind the net. Poked ahead. As LeBlanc in there with the elbow. Puck comes free for the Kraken. That's going to be played off the wall. Looking for a teammate there. As Johnstone in there on the forecheck comes through for Dickey. Here is Dagla up ahead as her pass is picked off by Cosman as Cosman takes a spill. No call in the play. Puck behind the net. Here's Eason. Somerville will take over behind the net. She'll get the cycle game going. Johnstone looking for the loose puck. Flames looking to clear as Duguay looking to hold the line, but she can't. Duguay will send it back in towards the Flames zone. As Duguay looking for the loose puck. As Garnett will take it behind the net. Here is Gauvin, Gauvin. Sophia Gauvin will lead the rush here for the Flames as she gets a piece of the forechecking Kraken player. As here's Garnett now. Garnett looking to clear, but she can't. As puck will end up on the stick of Dooland. Dooland can't poke it home. Dooland will poke it again. Dooland. And we're number 8 tonight. Has the puck up top. Shot is on there. It's going to be stopped. The goaltender, Gillespie. Here comes Garnett. Garnett looking to send it in deep there. She takes a spill on the blue line. Watch out for those snipers. As Duguay will pick off that pass attempt. Duguay. Shot towards the goal. Be blocked away by the blocker of the Western Flames goaltender, who's wearing Kraken colors on her pad, so kind of confusing, if you ask me. As Folks looking to clear that one out. Here's Nelson. Nelson over cross there, looking to make a play for Waterhouse. Be picked off as back to retrieve the puck is Leber. Kenna Eason with it now. As puck is going to be sent in deep. Kraken looking for it. Puck comes free and neutral ice. Watch out, that hits the helmet of somebody. Puck comes free for Duguay. For Leber, number 19, Gabrielle Leger. Will go off the glass, looking for Richard. That's Gabrielle Richard. That's going to be a nice and call. With 8:21 to go. I feel like we haven't had a whistle in a while, so it's good to have a break. We'll show off the bench cam here and get a look at the three coaches for the Flames. Grace Graham, Ashley Stratton, and Carson Lemon. Lemon's a funny last name, don't you think? As off the face-off. Cook looking for it. As comes free. Here's Gillard. It's going to be turned over. As shot off the toe drag, it just goes wide. But there's Degla at one rip. Puck behind the net. Here is Smith looking for it. Tangled up behind the goal. Mills pokes it free. Turned over. That's going to be fanned on. Here comes Bex. Heidi Bex can't get the line. As Gabrielle Legier will send it in deep. Kraken playing some good hockey here so far, in my opinion. Their puck is in deep. LeBlanc looking for it, and she'll find it. LeBlanc weaving her way through. LeBlanc has it behind the net as she gets a hit there from Duguay. As Smith will hit the forechecker. Here comes Marshall. Marshall for the Kraken has the puck. Marshall has it behind the net. Over to LeBlanc. LeBlanc up the wall. It's going to be sent in deep. Not sure who mic'd up on the Kraken, but she was really funny. What was her name, Lucy? We don't remember. Okay. Here come the Flames. Puck bouncing. Comes free for Marshall. Maybe it was Marshall. That's going to be played up ahead. Flames have it. Here come the TNT Flames. There's Easton looking for the puck in neutral ice. There's Wilcox looking for it in the fray. Wilcox gets hit there into the wall as Gosman can't recover the puck. Here comes Lawrence. Lawrence over to Summers. He'll send it in deep. Out to plate is Gillespie, using her southpaw stick. As puck up to the point. As Kimball can't get it in deep. Wilcox looking for it. Flames looking to clear. Puck shot towards the goal. Nearly a shot on net. As here's Little looking for it. As Somerville foot race for the puck. Comes free. Here's Doolin. Doolin will shoot on the pad of Gillespie with a big save there. That's going to be turned over. Here comes the captain. That's Folks. Folks behind the net. Centering pass going to be turned away. Nice try there from the Kraken. Here's Boursier with a high shot. Gets blocked on the way in. And here comes Little. Lauren Little with 2 L's has the puck. As we get the replay on the mic'd up video. Looks like it was number Boutlier. Ella Boutlier, who has the puck and sends it in deep. Pass up ahead there. That will just go over the net. That was nearly a goal for the Kraken. That would have been an eruption. As here come the Flames now. Rachel Folks has the puck on a 2-on-1 perhaps. Folks gets taken down by Boutlier, the mic'd up girl. And we like to have fun here, folks. That's going to be a penalty. As I get the nod of approval from the fans here at SMU. As Boutlier out of the box, she is not happy about it. Wonder what she would have to say when she was on the mic this time. I also want to mention that girl who tapes her stick half black, half white. That is really weird, in my opinion. What do you think, Lucy? Oh, Lucy does that as well. But she was the captain of her team, and so here's Kimball. Pass over across there, just goes over the net. As that will hit the side of the net, and that will be whistled down as the referee lost sight of the puck. So take another sip of water here. Thanks, Lucy. Once again, YouTube, please don't copyright us. We do not own any of this music. The face-off shot just goes low. As Kraken pick it up. Sent down the opposite direction. It's going to be picked off by Cook as Marshall looking to get loose there. Marshall against Cook in the corner. Puck comes free for Cook. Cook thought about doing the Michigan, but she said no thanks. Because here's Garnett. Or no, that's not Garnett. That's Gauvin. Gets the return pass. Is Folks. Folks has it, the captain. Folks towards the goal. Watch out here. That's going to be steered away by the Kraken. As here is Degla over across for a deep partner. Gets it right back. Degla will circle back in her own zone. A minute to go on the power play for the Western Flames. As here's Dickey on the forecheck. Dickey gets the puck in deep as looking for a call. Was Folks. Puck comes free for the Western Flames. Here is Sophia Gauvin, number 15 in black. The assistant captain will skate it down the ice. Gets taken down by Somerville. No call. Has shot off the side of the net. Watch out here. That's going to be cleared away. As Somerville gets taken down this time. No call again. Look at a makeup call. The shot from the point there tipped off the shin pad. As here's Cook. Cook out of the corner. As LeBlanc will steer it the opposite direction. Rachel Folks put the behind her own net. With 3 minutes to go in the first period. Pass through the middle. It's going to be picked off. Towards the goal. Watch out here off the pad. That would have been a great goal for the Kraken. If I do say so myself. As here's Duguay. Duguay has the puck. Nearly turned over as Lawrence was in there on the forecheck. Watch out here as Dooland turns it over. Flames get hit into the wall. That's going to hit a stick and go up high. Here is Dooland with it. Dooland up top. That's going to be played in neutral ice by Waterhouse. Gillespie out to play it once again. Here's Duguay. Sarah Duguay looking to stretch the ice here as there's 2 minutes left here in the first period. Here's Mills. Mills sending it in deep. Back to retrieve it as the Kraken goal. Or no, that's not the Kraken goalie. That's Wilcox. Puck comes free. Kraken looking to dig it away. Shot on. It's going to be just wide of the net as the Kraken faithful waiting to erupt here. As here's Cosman up top. Cosman towards the goal. It's going to be blocked in front. As they're on the Flames, the TNT Flames get taken down there. Arm stays down as well. Referee letting them play here tonight. As Boutlier will go D to D. Pass up ahead as Cosman couldn't make the play. Comes free for Richard. Here's Gabrielle Richard towards the goal. It's going off the glove. Richard looking to get their own rebound. Minute and a half to go here in the first period. Here's Gosman. Cosman will shoot one on. It's going off the pad. Rebounds there for Meeks. Bex will shoot it just wide. As Richard was looking for the rebound. Puck sent in deep by Cosman. Chance here for Boutlier towards the goal. That would have been sick if she scored because she was mic'd up yesterday. Here's Boutlier. That will escape the zone. Last minute of play in the first period brought to you by nobody yet. Here's Dickey. Dickey can't get in deep. His pass is picked off. Here comes Folks with a head of steam towards the goal. Just goes wide past Gillespie. As Gillen's looking to get loose. LeBlanc will poke it ahead. Last one back is Feltmate. That's going to be an icing call. With 33.6 seconds to go in the period. Face off coming up here to the right side of Gillespie. Puck one back. As watch out here. Shot is on the blocker of Gillespie once again. That's going to be stopped. As rebound chance as well is stopped as Dooland let a shot go. Intense music playing here that we don't have the copyright to, so don't flag us, YouTube. As here's Johnstone. Pucks into the corner. Is Marshall going to clear? Ends up on the stick. Smith. Kimball let one go towards the net. As it's going to be picked up by Leger. As Mills skates his stick in the neutral ice. As Leger will take over, and that's going to do it for the period. No score after one. If you're wondering what the shots are, they're 8-4. As Zamboni will come to the ice. And we'll take a quick break here under the booth. You're tuning into High Button Sports. My name is Nathan Denike. We will see you in a moment. Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross & Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family-owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross & Sons, scrap metal made simple. Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross & Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family-owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross & Sons, scrap metal made simple. Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross & Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family-owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross & Sons, scrap metal made simple. Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross & Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family-owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross & Sons, scrap metal made simple. Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross & Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family-owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross & Sons, scrap metal made simple. Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross & Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family-owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross & Sons, scrap metal made simple. Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross & Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family-owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross & Sons, scrap metal made simple. Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross & Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family-owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross & Sons, scrap metal made simple. Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross & Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family-owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross & Sons, scrap metal made simple. Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross & Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family-owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross & Sons, scrap metal made simple. Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross & Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family-owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross & Sons, scrap metal made simple. All right, welcome back. You're probably wondering, was that my voice on the commercial? Yeah, it was. It's probably very confusing for those watching at home. And apparently we have 5 viewers, so. And apparently everyone can understand me because they heard me say the wrong name for the goalie. Her real name is Mara Gillespie. I was calling her Mara Gillespie, I guess so. Or maybe I was calling her Arbo. I don't know. Arbo's in net for the Flames. Did I get that right? Probably not. So we'll regroup here for the second. As LeBlanc out there for the face-off. I get the nod of approval from some dad walking by. So he thinks I'm doing a good job. As it's number 21 against number 21 for the face-off dot. That's Lawrence against... Oh, there's no number 21 for the Kraken. LeBlanc versus Lawrence for the face-off dot. And here we go. Second period. Here's Kimball up ahead as Pools into the deep. Brand new sheet of ice here for the second period. As puck will come free. Kraken looking to break the scoring here as Little up ahead. Gauvin will intercept that. Here comes number 13. That is Gilland. Going to be turned over. Flames looking to clear. The Western TNT Flames is their official name. Here's Marshall. Shot from the point there. The mic'd up girl just hits the pad over the goaltender. So I adjust my headset here. Here's Garnett. Garnett up ahead looking for Marshall. Skips past the blue line. Marshall. DDD pass up ahead. To be picked up. As Garnett falls down, LeBlanc will poke it ahead. As loose puck there. Doolan looking for it. Doolan had that come free for her. Not sure if I've been using the right pronouns today. I think I have been. Here's Kimball. Kimball up ahead. As here's Folks. Sent in deep by Doolan. Here's Cosman now. Cosman nearly turns it over. As Cosman will regain the puck up for Mills. Mills. It's going to be poked and back into the zone. Flames are offside. So plenty of time here for the Kraken to make a play. Here's Bex. Bex does it for Gosman. Gosman takes it behind the net. Gillespie gives a poke to the forechecking Flame. As Garnett up the middle looking for Bex on the stick now with Mills, who will send it in deep. As here is Little. Or Feltmate rather. Feltmate sent the other direction. As Boutlier pinching in. Boutlier, the mic'd up girl. Pokes it back ahead. Here's Gilliand. Up ahead for Duguay. Duguay back in deep. As Feltmate looking for the loose puck. Come up top for Boutlier, who couldn't handle that pass. That's going to escape the zone. Back for Duguay to retrieve it. That's going to be an icing call with 17 and a half minutes to go. We do not own any of this music, if you're wondering. As Bex in the dot against Smith. Puck is dropped. Going back to the point. Here's the mic'd up girl, Boutlier. His shot is on net. Stopped by Arbo. Sent back in deep. Looking forward is Dagla. That's going to be up the wall. Lauren Little looking to clear for the Flames. There's Cook. Pass up ahead. Here comes Dagla. Shot off a stick and goes high and wide. Here is Dickey. Shot on net. Gets covered up. And there'll be a whistle. With 3 minutes to go in the second period. Shout out my camera crew today. The one-man band. Lucy Glazebrook. I said that right? Glazebrook? Yeah. Glazebrook? That's your last name? Yeah, I said that right. So her official debut on the camera. Maybe, I don't know. As here's Polchis behind the net. Dickey looking for it. Dickey. As that goes past LeBlanc, their intended recipient. Dickey looking to get back on the forecheck. It's going to be sent down the ice by the Flames. And that will be icing. As Cosman there first to ensure the icing call. as they'll drop the puck to the left of Rylan Arbo, spelt Rilynn, for those wondering. Here is Marshall. Marshall at the face-off win for the Flames, looking to move the puck up ahead. This can be turned over and sent back in deep. As Little has the puck in the corner. Little looking to clear. As Wilcox in there on the goal line, it's going to be turned over. As Waterhouse has the puck up ahead there. Watch out, it's going to be a fall down by the Kraken player. She'll go to the bench. As here is Gorsman. Cosman with it. If I say your daughter's name wrong, I'm really sorry. I'm just really bad at my job. As chance here for the Flames. Here is Summers. Summers has the puck on the wall. Pinching in is number 14, Kimball. It's going to be turned over as Garnett will poke it up ahead. Here comes Nelson with it. Nelson over ahead for Folks, the captain, will poke it ahead, but Gosman's there. His clearing attempt is fanned on. A shot just goes wide. Here is Dooland with it now. Around the net, Dooland has the puck on her stick. Dooland weaving her way through. Up for Godin. Shot from the point is off a skate of the Kraken player. LeBlanc looking to clear. Here's Marshall now. Marshall looking to weave off a check, but it's going to be turned over. As with it now are the Flames. Up top for Kimball as her shot gets blocked. Second chance is no good either. As Marshall looking to clear. It's going to be kept in. Guy Gauvin. Clearing attempt is turned over as Gauvin has that go past her at the blue line. Back to retrieve it is Kimball. Takes the puck from her goaltender Arbo. As Garnett has the puck behind the net on the forecheck. Puck is on the wall now. Up the wall. And the clear is Johnstone. Here come the Flames, the TNT Flames, Dynamite. As Folks turns it over. Here's Boutlier. With no mic on today. Somerville can't handle the pass. It's Johnstone up ahead for Dooland. It's going to be turned over. Here's Somerville. Somerville, not to be confused with Winterville. Here's Boutlier. Has the puck on the right side. Boutlier thought about shooting, but gets nudged into the wall instead. Puck in the corner as bodies flying down. Here's Somerville. Thought about doing the Michigan attempt, but went backhand instead. As here comes the Flames. They're going to clear. Puck off the body of Boutlier. He's free as Devlin gives Boutlier a shove. Here's Duguay. They're going to clear. Duguay has it. Weaving her way through is Cook. Puck up top. Shot blocked. Good block there from the Kraken shin pad. That was Feltmate. Or Little, rather. As it's going to be a shot off the falling down player. My grammar was probably incorrect there. Here's Polcheese with it. Sent in deep. Flames looking for a spark here. Get it? As Polcheese lets a shot go. It's Cook that gets the rebound. That's going to go wide. As to be turned over. Here's Lawrence. Shot blocked by the Kraken player. That's Ella Boutlier. She'll lead the rush for the Kraken, but can't exit the zone. Is Duguay going to clear. Back in deep for Boutlier. Boutlier will shoulder check with the puck. Boutlier up the middle for Little. Little, nice one-touch pass for Bex. Heidi Bex will throw it into the zone. There to pick it up is Audrey Daigle. Over to Summers. Summers will lead the rush for the Flames. As watch out here, it's going to be turned over. Here's Garnett with Dickey. Garnett has the puck. Will fire one towards the goal. It's going to be stopped. As Arbo got a piece of that one with the glove. As LeBlanc can't hold the line. Puck sent in deep there as watch out. I think Cook was on the ground. Sorry, that was Dickey. That Dickey gets nudged into the wall. Here is Laurence. Annalise Laurence up ahead. for her teammate Degle. A couple of French girls connecting there. There's Summers. Looking to clear. There's Boucher, last girl back. Here's Claire Boursier. Boursier will go off the boards, looking to get the partner pass, but it's going to be picked off. As LeBlanc on the forecheck gets the turnover. Here's Mills. Mills behind that, looking for the return pass for LeBlanc. It's going to be turned over. As penalty coming up here to the Flames. As the fire gets extinguished with a hooking call. As heading to the box in disbelief is Folks. With the Flames bench looking for an explanation. They don't get one. With the face-off looking for a win here. The Kraken shot towards the corner by Duguay. Just goes wide. As here's Duguay again. Walking the line. Duguay will walk towards the goal. Dickey nearly ticked that one in. Dickey has the puck behind the goal. Pass in front there looking for Bex is just turned over. It's going to be kept in at the line by the Kraken. Good job there from Duguay. As here's Duguay at the top. Duguay will shoot one on looking for the tip in front. Just goes wide. As puck up top again. Shot from distance there is blocked away by Arbo. Looking sharp with the blocker is Arbo, the goaltender Rylan Arbo. As the Kraken. Oh, watch out. That hurts. Ow. Waterhouse. Shaylin Waterhouse gets a puck off the elbow. Nothing funny about that one, is it? Yeah, that funny bone will hurt. They have a little laugh about it on the bench. I can feel that one up from up here. Nothing worse than getting hit in the elbow with a puck. As here is Garnett with a chance. As LeBlanc steered aside by Arbo. Puck up top. Here's Mills over to Boutlier. Pass back up top for Boutlier. Boutlier will walk in. And fire one towards the goal. It's going to be blocked in front. As this game still has no score. But we're still having fun here on a Sunday afternoon. Here's Boutlier. Enters the zone. Boutlier towards the goal. It's going to be nudged off the puck as LeBlanc didn't know where it was, so she has to put the brakes on. And the forecheck. As puck cleared down the ice by the Flames. Out to play it is Gillespie. Puck played in the corner. Bex up the wall looking for Boutlier. As we're approaching 5-on-5 as 20 seconds to go on the power play as I fumble my words once again. Pass in front there is going to be picked off, but Garnett can't hold the line as Boutlier forced to retrieve it. Boutlier has the puck for the Kraken. We'll send it in deep. We're on goal. Steered aside by Arbo. As we're back to 5-on-5. Out of the box comes Folks. Puck sent in deep. Here's Mex. It's returned over. Here's Folks out of the box. Turned over. Here's Mex. Going to collect the puck. Pass in front there off a body. Is Somerville looking for it. Bex with the puck. On her forehand up top for Duguay. Duguay towards the goal. Her shot gets blocked. He's looking to clear are the TNT Flames. Here's Somerville towards the goal. Just goes wide. As it's going to be kept in by Duguay. As watch how the Kraken are changing. Too many women on the ice would have been the call. As back to retrieve the puck is Cosman. Her fans cheering her on as she collects the puck. Turned over. Here is Folks with it up top for Kimball. Kimball something deep there off a high stick. Watch out here. That's going to be a high sticking call. So that will stop play with 8.5 to go. Not sure if you caught the end of the Kings Voyagers game. I was on the call for that one. That was a beauty of a game. Just thought I'd let you know. There's 8.25 left in this one. As Jillian wins it back. Pass up ahead for Garnett. Looking to get it in deep. Kraken playing some great hockey right now, in my opinion. This is Marshall. DDD pass over to Folks. Nope. As pass sent in deep. Off the wall, kept in by Bex. Comes up to the line, looking for it is Garnett. Richard, how that come off of her elbow. As here is Garnett the turnover. It's going to be offside at the line. And that will stop play. Coats are getting put on now as it temperature drops. Puck dropped, neutral ice. Dickey looking for it. As puck sent in deep by Mills. Sydney Mills in the forecheck. As here comes Dooland with it. Mankley Dooland with the puck. Puts the brakes on in the corner. Pass in front there. One-timer just fanned on. That was almost the goal of the game for Smith. The turnover. Here comes Dooland. Dooland will drop pass to nobody as Smith couldn't accept that one. Puck behind the net for Boutlier. Boutlier has it. Will scan the ice. One hand on her stick. Boutlier. Nobody with her. Boutlier will fire one towards the goal off the crossbar. Oh my gosh. That was nearly a snipe. Puck that goes the other way. As Smith can't handle that pass. Back to retrieve it is Duguay, but that's going to be an icing call. What a chance there. As that would have lit a fire in the Flames torch or something like that. Off the crossbars. Boutlier nearly went end to end. That would have been a snipe. It's off the face-off. Puck comes free. Sent back in deep there off of Gosman. As watch out here. Polchi's looking for it. Claire Polchi's had that go off her shin pad. It's going to be sent back in deep. Turned over by the Kraken. Here they come. The Fundy Kraken with the puck now. Here's Little with it. Little will send it in deep. Looking to get the cycle play going. There's Mex with it. Bex can't get the loose puck to go her way. As big hit there on the play. Frees up the puck. As here's Johnstone gets hit into the wall by Leger. That's going to hurt. As here's Gosman. Cosman with the puck. Over to Bex. Bex turns it over for Cook. Here's Kate Cook behind the net. Picked up by Mallory Johnstone. Puck shot towards the goal. Johnstone with it. As that'll be stopped and covered up by Mara Gillespie. Hope I said your name right this time. I'm going to put my coat back on too. Look at the bench there for the Flames. Grace Graham, Ashley Stratton, Carson Lemon, Olivia O'Kane, and Philemon Lawrence are the coaches. Shout out Philemon, the trainer. As puck is dropped. The face-off as Waterhouse looked to send it in deep. She took that puck off the elbow earlier. Hope she's okay. As Nelson up ahead. Summers get nudged off the puck. Puck comes free. Nelson knocked away by Marshall. Here's Bella Marshall with it. Marshall towards the wall. Gets nudged into the boards. Puck comes free for Boucher. Boucher looking to clear. As into the forecheck is Eason. That's going to be an icing call as Marshall gets there first according to the linesman. With exactly 5 minutes to go here in the second period. We do not own this music, YouTube. As looks like they'll rescind the icing call. So no icing on the play. The referee decides he was wrong. As off the clearing attempt, puck comes free. As Dooland will pass it up ahead, and this time it will be no icing again. As here's Boutlier. Boutlier, DDD pass. Duguay looking to clear. Dickey has it. Knocked off her stick. Dickey gets it back. Here is Dickey in neutral ice. Dickey looking to poke it ahead. Dickey looking for it, but can't get past Folks. That's going to be whistled down. As not sure what the whistle was for. Oh, the puck came out of play. Thanks, camera girl Lucy. Puck is dropped. The face-off, looking for it, is Feltmate. DD pass over to Duguay. As puck played up ahead. I was looking for it there was Folks, but whistle goes for offside, but they can't hear it. As I was too busy yelling, so they couldn't hear me. Or them, I guess. 4:13 to go in the period. As the father from the stands with the call from the stands. We'll leave it at that. Here's Boutlier at the partner pass. Boutlier up ahead for Mex. Here's Heidi Becks into the corner. Becks having herself a game, in my opinion. Gets taken to the wall. Puck up ahead there. It's going to be blocked. Second chance. Exits the zone. Watch out here. Here come the Flames. Here's Lawrence. Lawrence. Pass over across there. Looking for Dooland. Unsuccessful. 3.5 to go. Still no score here at SMU. As Boutlier in on the forecheck. Gets tangled up. No call on the play. As here's Lawrence. Annalise Lawrence with the puck. It's going to be turned over. Or no, it wasn't. As watch out here. Big collision at center ice. Cosman looking for the loose puck. Garnett will poke it ahead. Cosman. Puck in the feet there on the wall. As Garnett pokes it free. Might have got away with a hook there. As 2:55 remaining here in the second period. Brought to you by nobody. Here's LeBlanc. Looking for the loose puck. Comes free. Foot race for it. As unable to get loose there was Waterhouse. But here comes Cook now. Cook over to Waterhouse. Stopped. Big save there from Gillespie. Keeps this game scoreless. Oh, my goodness. As here is LeBlanc. LeBlanc at center ice with the puck. As Waterhouse will take over. Gets hit into the boards. 2.5 to go. Here's Cook. Cade Cook with the puck. Cook towards the goal, blocked. Rebounds there through the crease. That's going to be stopped as well by Gillespie. Here comes Garnett with it. Garnett on the half wall. Looking to make her way through. Garnett on the backhand. Nearly misses. That would have brought the house down, in my opinion. TNT Dynamite. As here comes Smith. Smith can't get the zone. Here's Marshall now. Marshall as play opening up here. And this one behind the net. Waterhouse looking for it. Over to Boursier. Here's Cook with it. Minute and 40 to go. That means there's 100 seconds left. Here's Marshall. Take a look at the clock. Marshall up ahead for Wilcox. Wilcox on her backhand. One hand on the stick. Enters the zone. Here is Wilcox towards the goal. This goes out the shin pad and wide. As Arbo counting her lucky stars there. Here is Waterhouse behind the net for Boursier. Minute and 13 to go. It's going to be sent down the ice as Marshall will be the first girl back to retrieve it, and that will stop play with 1 minute and 7 seconds to go. Somerville back out there for this faceoff. Oh, no, she's going off the ice. As here comes Heidi Becks for the draw. Up against Mallory Johnstone. Puck is dropped. Off the faceoff. Dickey lets a shot go. Blocked in front. As Waterhouse looking for the loose puck. And there's 1 minute to go here in the second period. Brought to you by nobody. There is Dickey. Up ahead. Puck kept in by Becks. Becks has time on the blue line. Becks will shoot one off a skate. Becks collects her own rebound. as her and Johnstone battling for the puck. 40 seconds to go. Puck up top for Bex. As puck turned over. Here is Johnstone looking for it. Johnstone will backhand one in deep. No, hits his body, goes the other way. Boursier with the puck. Boursier looking to clear. As it's a stick of Folks on the way in. No icing against the linesman. As Gillespie will cover that up with 13 seconds to go. Still no score here at St. Mary's University. Flames versus Kraken here on High Button Sports. Puck dropped. The face-off comes loose for a moment. Flames can't get it on net as Richard will look to poke it out there, but 6 seconds on the clock. Not sure what happened there. Did you catch that? As Andy Bizot having a conversation with the linesman. Not sure what that's about. We'll digress here. As Richard will head to the box. Not sure why. You're probably wondering the same thing. So, a power play here with 5.6 on the clock as Flames have it up top. Shot from the point there just goes wide, and that's going to do it. So, still no score here at SMU. You're turning to High Button Sports. Flames and Kraken headed into the third period with no score. We'll be back in a moment. Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross & Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family-owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross & Sons, scrap metal made simple. Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross & Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family-owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross & Sons, scrap metal made simple. Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross & Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family-owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross & Sons, scrap metal made simple. Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross & Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family-owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross & Sons, scrap metal made simple. Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross & Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family-owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross & Sons, scrap metal made simple. Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross & Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family-owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross & Sons, scrap metal made simple. Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross & Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family-owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross & Sons, scrap metal made simple. Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross & Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family-owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross & Sons, scrap metal made simple. Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross & Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family-owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross & Sons, scrap metal made simple. Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross & Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family-owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross & Sons, scrap metal made simple. So after further review, there was too many what's the team name called? Too many, Kraken player on the ice. Well said, Mason. So that's why there was a penalty at the end. Test. Okay. All right, we're back here for the third period. Kraken got caught with too many girls on the ice to end that frame. So they will be shorthanded to start this third period, brought to you by nobody. As they give the buzzers a go. Not sure if you saw the replay or not, but it was clear that there was too many players on the ice. But in my opinion, that is a blown call by the linesman because they have to know how many people are out there. So Andy Bazot has a point. But so up to you on whether that's a penalty or not. It's the linesman's duty to correct that at the start of the whistle. So a little controversy here to start the third. You love to see that. In the box to serve the penalty is Gabrielle Richard. The Flames banging their sticks on the bench. Kraken electing to sit down as it's Captain Folks in the dot against Heidi Becks, and we're underway here in the third. Still 0-0 here in Smeo as an early icing call, despite it being a penalty on the Kraken. So we'll redo that face-off. This is the reason that I'm not a linesman, folks, because I would have gotten that wrong too. As here is Folks. Plays it over across. Shot on goal, stopped by Gillespie, who's going to have to be a sharp attack here in this third if the Kraken want to come out with a win. There's a shot from the point there by Degla is steered aside by Gillespie. Puck cleared down the ice as Arbo will leave it for her defense girl. As Folks looking to pick up the puck. Folks, the captain, has the puck on her stick. In the corner, puts the brakes on. Up top, over to Degla. Pass across, looking for the tip. A shot is on there, just goes wide. Easton looking for it. Up top for Degla. Degla over to Easton. Shot is steered aside by Marshall, looking to clear. It's going to be kept in as Bex makes the play down the ice. As out to play it is Arbo. Pass up ahead for Gauvin. As Duguay looking to get the puck out. Puck comes free. Nice dangle there to no avail from Dooland. As watch out there, collision behind the net. Puck comes free. As here's Laurence. Laurence will fire one towards the goal, blocked in front. As here's LeBlanc. as she'll clear it down the ice. Back to 5-on-5, so no harm, no foul on that penalty. As here's Boursier behind the net. Boursier up for Kimball. As hit there under the wall was Smith. As penalty coming up here. Smith draws the call, so the Flames led back to the power play. As Garnett, the guilty party. Big moment here in this game. Folks, Cook out there for this face-off, amongst others. Puck is dropped. The face-off comes free to the line. So he's sent up to the point. Here is Daigle. Daigle over across, they score! Flames break the ice. As it's who else but Sophia Gauvin. No goal! They wave it off for high stick. This game will never see a goal. This game will never see a goal. Coach wants an explanation as they give the puck to the bench despite it not counting. So Garnett out of the box. Back in the sin bin for her. No goal on the play. We'll have to watch the replay on that one. If you double tap left on your screen, you can see it if it was high sticked or not. What a game here, folks. As we'll redo that face-off. My goodness. That will get your blood flowing on a Sunday afternoon. As here's backs up the face-off against Folks. Puck is one up ahead. Here is Daigle. Daigle out of the corner. Puck up top. As Gauvin pass over across for a shot. Just goes wide as Folks doesn't score. Here's Gauvin. Pass in front there. They score this time. Claire Pulchis. That one's not coming back. Flames with the icebreaker again. What a game here, folks. Yeah, that one's going to count. As Grace Graham given the goal call. So after all that, it's 1-0. Controversy to say the least. Calls going both ways. As here's Lauren Little. Gets fanned on. Her shot does. Pass up ahead. Mills looking to get the play alive. Shot towards the goal. It's going to be gloved down by Arbo, who makes a save. And on the forecheck of the Kraken, they're playing desperate hockey right now as they're looking to avoid going 0-4 in the tournament. Here's Marshall. As puck played up ahead. Kraken need a hero here. As here's Nelson. Over Boussier. It's going to be sent in deep. Marshall giving chase. Up the wall. As intensity ramping up here on a Sunday afternoon. Here's Lawrence. As Marshall looking for the loose puck. Marshall up the wall, turned over. The shot is on as we stopped by Gillespie. There'll be no rebound. Tough break for Gillespie, who has played great so far in this game, but had that one beat her that she'll probably want to look back on. Kraken looking for the equalizer here. The face-off. Here is Feltmate, sent in deep. Looking forward is Lawrence. As Garnett looking to poke it ahead. That's going to be played into the corner. Boutlier looking to clear. Puck at the line for Dooland. As it's going to be kept in by Gilliand As the puck turned over, here's the captain, Folks. There's Garnett looking at that puck in deep. About 5 minutes have gone here in the third. Wilcox in the clear. Puck out the zone. Sent in deep. Spinning in the corner is Dooland. Dooland up top for Feltmate. DDD pass. Over for Degla, who gets her shot blocked. Degla looking for her second goal of the game. As Garnett. Can't clear. Here's Feltmate. Feltmate will shoot one low off the pad of Gillespie. As rebound sent the other way. Here comes Garnett out the box. Has the puck. Looking to weave her way through. Gets hit into the play there from Degla. As no call on the play. Here is Garnett. Over to Gossman. Ella Gossman has Laurence right on her. Looking to evade the check. Up for Mills. Shot is on from Kimball. Stopped by Gillespie, who uses her glove to cover that one up. 1-0 is your score. Flames strike twice, but only one of them counts. Let's see what the Kraken can do here as they look to equalize this one. Is out the face-off. Puck comes free up the wall. Beck's looking to clear. As here comes Dickey. Dickey with the puck. On the forehand, looking to make a play. Gets taken down. No call. As Beck's gets hit into the boards. Puck comes free up top. As here come the Flames now. TNT. With it is Degla. As Gauvin's shot, it's the blocker of Gillespie, who's been sharp in this game, like I mentioned before. She had to be. As here is Kosman, shot towards the goal off the stick of Arbo. As here is Gauvin looking to clear. Gauvin up the wall, looking to spring her teammate, but Polchis couldn't retrieve it. Polchis scored the goal earlier on the power play to make this game 1-0. DD pass. Boursier nearly turned over as Garnett nearly got a piece of that one. As that will go all the way down the ice for icing. Still 1-0 here at SMU. You're tuned into High Button Sports. This game has been nothing short but spectacular. As Gillian in there for the face-off. Puck one back to the Kraken blue line as Boutlier had that go past her. Here's Marshall. Marshall up the wall. Looking to poke it ahead. So that's going to be kept in the zone. Up through the middle. Here is Waterhouse. Send it in deep. Look for the Flames to get the puck in deep whenever they can. As here is Wilcox. Wilcox finds Garnett. Garnett will streak her way through, looking to dangle, but can't get by the defense of Waterhouse, who is there with the stick. Waterhouse backhand pass over to Boursier. Boursier looking to clear. Kept in by LeBlanc. As on the forecheck is LeBlanc looking to get a turnover. Here is Summers now with the puck. As Somerville will draw a penalty as head contact is the whistle. Waterhouse will go to the box after taking that puck off the elbow earlier in the game. So a grade A chance here for the Kraken to equalize this one as it's their turn on the power play. Let's see who they send out here. As looks like Garnett will sit as well. Not sure the reasoning behind that. So, looks to be 4-on-4. Tough to say without knowing. As the referees figure it out. Looks like they have a conversation there with head coach Grace Graham, the bench boss for the Western TNT Flames. Great crowd on hand here to witness this one. As Gillian in there for the face-off. Looks like Eason will be the extra penalized player. So 5-on-4 for the Kraken. Flames win the face-off as Mills looking at the puck in deep, and she will, but quickly turned over. Here's Kimball. Kimball will ice the puck down as Gillespie there to play it. Gillespie uses it for Duguay. Duguay has the puck behind her own net. Looking to set up here on the power play as here's Mills. Puck's going to be turned over. There's Feltmate there to send it back in deep. As 4 minutes for head contact is the call. As Mills can't collect that pass as Gillespie will pick up the puck. Here is Kosman up for Mills. Kraken looking to break out here out of their own zone on the power play. Here's Mills. Over to Duguay. Duguay up ahead. Can be picked off. Here is Ella Kosman with the puck. She'll shoot one on. It's going to be stopped by Rylan Arbo. And she'll cover up despite wanting to play that puck. So the faceoff will be inside the Flames zone. Flames on the power play for the next minute and 1 second. LeBlanc in for the draw against Annalise Laurence. Puck is dropped. The face-off, puck sent down the ice by the Flames. Boulier, last player back for the Kraken. As she'll take the puck up the ice. Here comes Ella Boulier with the head of steam. Boulier looking to dangle her way through, but can't get by the barrage of Flames defense. Here comes Nelson now with the break. Nelson towards the goal, shot off the blocker. Big save there from Mara Gillespie. Keeps this game 1-0. Pass up ahead. Here come the Kraken as Boulier will move it ahead. But the puck is Lauren Little. Lauren Little up for LeBlanc. Over to Duguay. Duguay with it now. Duguay towards the goal. Just goes over the net. Off the piece of a crossbar, it looked like. As Nelson looking to clear. As we're back to 5-on-5. Flames escaped that penalty with no goals against. 10.5 to go. Here comes Duguay. Duguay towards the goal. Fought off by the goaltender. As Arbo gets an arm on it. For the whistle. 10:17 to go here in the third period. Heidi Becks gets replaced by Somerville. Off the face-off, Flames get possession in their own zone, but turned over. As Somerville digging for that loose puck. Puck comes free for number 14 in white. Sent in deep. Pass up ahead. Kept in at the line for a moment, but Flames will get possession. But right there to pick that one up was Jillian. Over cross for Somerville. Somerville looking to dangle her way through. Leaves it for Kosman. Kosman up ahead. Turned over. Here's Duguay. 9.5 to go here in the third. Somerville turned over. As here's Kosman. Kosman enters the zone. Turns it over. As Somerville couldn't accept that pass. Here come the Flames. Sent in deep by Polchis, the goal scorer in this game. As Kate Cook has the puck. Cook on the backhand through the crease, just goes wide. Great finish in store here. Here's Boulier. Boulier up ahead. As looking to spring Richard. It's me sent in deep. Back to play it. It's Fulks. Played up ahead. As Smith looking to get it in deep. Back to retrieve it is Kosman. Expect to see lots of Kosman as this game winds down. Here is Gauvin behind the net, looking for the puck. Are the Flames. Here's Smith. Smith behind the net, nudged away by Boutlier. As Little lets a shot go, Kosman blocks it. Puck is bouncing in the crease area. Where is it? Mills corrals it. Here comes LeBlanc. Haley LeBlanc with a head of steam, can't get by the defense. Flames will go the other way now. As Summers sends it in deep. Into Boutlier's corner. Marshall looking for the puck. Laurence gets there first. Here's Annalise Laurence. Gets hit into the boards. Puck comes free. Here's Fulks looking for it. Poked ahead for Somerville. Somerville will fire one on and be stopped. Rebound there, and they whack away at it, but they can't get it in. A couple saves there from Gillespie. As Doolin looking for the puck. Comes free for Somerville. LeBlanc giving chase. 7.5 to go here in the third. Puck comes free. Shot looking for a lane there. It's going to be blocked. Puck to the line. Kept in by Lawrence. Here's Marshall looking for it. Dooland towards the goal. Can't get it on net. Puck behind the cage. As Fulks looking for the puck. Sent in deep for Lawrence. Fulks knocked away by Marshall, who couldn't clear. Marshall gets it again. Here come the Kraken. With it is Little. Here's Lauren Little. Gets nudged off the puck. 7 minutes to go. Here come the Flames. As able to make the play is Degla as she falls down. Picked up by the Kraken. Here's Bex. Bex with the puck for Fundy. Bex poked away as Nelson can't get it in deep. Gets the return pass. Here's Nelson. Can't get the shot off. Nelson again off the post. Rebound there. Covered up by Gillespie. There'll be no rebound. What chaos in front of the crease of Gillespie. To no avail. Big save there from Mara Gillespie. Keeps things 1-0. The face-off. Shot is on from the point. Just goes wide. It's looking for the loose puck. Are the Fundy Kraken. Here's Gossman looking to clear. It's going to be kept in at the line. Pass down low for Duguay. Duguay corrals the puck. Off the wall looking for Dickey. Dickey over to Gilliman. Sent it deep by Dickey. Here's Kosman. Kosman enters the zone from space. Kosman towards the net. To be fought off by Rylan Arbo. Here's Somerville now. Somerville will send it in deep. Goalie stays in the net for now. LeBlanc looking for that loose puck. Still 5-on-5. As Boursier looking to clear. As Gauvin has the puck now. Kept in at the line for a moment. As here's Duguay. Duguay over to Dickey. Dickey towards the goal off a stick. As Boursier up the wall. Kept in for a moment. Puck is bouncing. As Dickey has it towards the goal. Somerville couldn't poke it free. As here come the Flames now with 5 minutes to go in the third. Polchis has it. Polchis towards the backhand. Can't get the shot off. Here's Duguay. Up the wall. Can't clear. Kept in. Shot just goes off the stick of Gillespie. Looking to clear the Kraken. Here's Dickey. Dickey up ahead. Here comes a 2-on-1 perhaps, but LeBlanc goes to the bench instead. Here's Dickey. Towards the goal. Can't get the shot to go. There's plenty of action back and forth here in this one now. As Somerville can't get the pressure. As here is Dooland. Dooland up ahead for Her teammate there, that was Feltmate. Shot doesn't make its way on net. So here comes Shaibu. Bricka Shaibu with the puck, Ricketson rather. 4 minutes to go now here in the third period. As Legier looking to keep the play alive. Shot towards the goal, gets blocked. There's 4 minutes to go now. Goalie's still in the net for the Kraken. As watch out here, centering pass. His shot goes through the crease. Puck kept in by Legier. Up ahead for Boutlier. Boutlier will pass over cross. Shot is on. If he stopped, there'd be no rebound. Arbo covers it up. Andy Bazell elects not to use his timeout here. As Beck's in there for the face-off. Little, Cosman out there as well. As they get joined by Gilliand. 5-on-4, 5-on-5 rather. Here's Beck's. The face-off win for the Kraken. Puck is going to be exit the zone. Here's Duguay. Quickly recovered by the Kraken. There's Beck's. Finds Gilliand. Pass up ahead, out of the reach. Kraken get possession. Here is Beck's. 3.5 to go now. Here's Little now. Little pokes it ahead. Pass over across for Cosman. Cosman's been dynamite in this game so far. Cosman over to Little. Little puts the brakes on, sends it in deep. As Beck's looking for that loose puck. Beck's. Puck put up the wall, kept in for a moment, but out of the reach of Wilcox. As Gillespie thought about playing it there. Here comes Wilcox. As there's 3 minutes to go here in the third period. Beck's up ahead, looking for the loose puck. Sent towards the opposite direction. And this time it will, be icing. Here's Duguay. Sarah Duguay from her own end leads the rush. Here's LeBlanc. LeBlanc off a shin pad to her stick. LeBlanc drops it off for Duguay. That's going to be blocked in front. As LeBlanc will corral a loose puck. 2.5 to go here in the third. As Smith off the bench. LeBlanc has it now for the Kraken. Looking to poke it free. Gets a hit there in the boards. As puck will stay into the zone for the Flames as they have the possession now. Here's Polchis, who has a goal in this game already. Polchis weaving her way through, gets taken down. And that will kill any momentum for the Kraken. This game is not over yet, though. As this does mean the Kraken can ice the puck if they want, because they're shorthanded. If that means anything to you. Less than 2 minutes to go now. Clearing attempt is blocked. That's Little. A shot from the point there. This goes wide. That was Degla let a shot go. Here Degla again. Shot blockered away by Gillespie. Looking to clear are the Kraken. It's going to be kept in. As here comes Korsman. Cosman will send it in deep. Still 5-on-4 here as goalie stays in the net. So here's a chance here for Gauvin. Puck in neutral ice. Here's Polchis. Claire Polchis has the puck in neutral ice. Making her way through the neutral zone. Here's Polchis. Puts the brakes on. Polchis up top. Here's Gauvin. One-timer from Degla is unsuccessful. Puck behind the net. Here's Folks. Folks has the puck. Plays it up top. Here's Gauvin. Shot towards the goal. Just goes wide. Puck will exit the zone. 37 seconds to go in this one. Here is Sophie Gauvin up ahead. for Lawrence, who can't handle that pass. Here's Garnett now. Garnett up the wall. As Legier couldn't handle it. Here is Legier. Up the wall. 17 seconds remaining. As pass up ahead for Kimball. Turned over. Here's Smith. As that's going to do it here in this one. The Flames hang on for the win. One to nothing's your final score. So that's going to do it for us here. Final score 1-0 for the TN Flames. Thank you for watching this one. My name is Mason DeNike. Lucy Gaysbrook on the camera, and we'll see you in a moment.